Okay, this is part 2. My phone actually ran out of memory space, so I'm doing this in parts. And a quick correction before I go on. This isn't rosemary and sage. This is actually thyme and sage. So anyway, I was talking about dualities. I understand the universe as, systems of dualities. Divine, masculine, and feminine, God and goddess, order, chaos, whatever you want to call it. So I use this on my altar to symbolize the divine, masculine, or the order. And I usually have a white candle in there. This I was actually gifted by a friend of ours in Chile for my birthday when we were in Chile a couple of years ago. So, and she's actually, this is like a water container. Well, it's decorative, but the idea is that this is a water container that her ancestors used, because she's actually part indigenous, and I can't remember, it's not Mapuche, it's another one of the indigenous groups of people in Chile, or present day Chile. So she gifted this to me for my birthday a few years ago. So that's divine, masculine, and feminine on my altar. Ancestors, let me start here. This I bought myself back in May. This is like my everyday kind of tarot deck, so I'm actually going to keep this down here on my working altar. So for my altar upstairs, which is more of a, instead of a working altar, it's a spiritual reverence kind of altar. This was my grandmother's tarot deck. It's printed in 1973, but I don't actually know when she bought it, but you can kind of tell it's from the 70s. I love it. I kind of have a thing for kitschy stuff from the 70s, but, and this is the same grandmother whose ashes we just laid to rest up in New Hampshire with her ancestors up there. So anyway, so this is definitely, it's a special occasion tarot deck. It's going to stay on my upstairs altar. That's where it's going to live. The crystals I have in my crystal grid, I need to clean these and recharge them, so I have them down here. This is the center crystal, and I love that it has a little buddy over here. I'm sure there's a name for this, but, and I know Crystal Raven Rose would know, but I'm not that savvy when it comes to crystals. This is a quartz, and it has that little buddy here. So this is my center crystal for my grid. I have them standing up like that. This is my quartz wand that I use to kind of set my grid. And these are just moonstones for lady cycle things and fertility. Over here is just some tumbled rose quartz, some tumbled smoky quartz, and some tumbled amethyst. So again, lots of quartz family stuff going on. Continuing with the ancestor thing, when we think of ancestors, ancestors aren't just our human ancestors, they can be animals in the earth itself. So I always have on my altar these. These are fossils. They're called pentramites because they have 5 parts to them. These are actually like the little heads of the pentramite. These fossils are older than the dinosaurs. Let me show you up close one of them. Yeah, this one's nice. Ooh, the camera kind of focus. Maybe if I hold it a little further. So this fossil is over 200 million years old. It was a creature, one of the first, multicellular animals or beings. It lived on the sea floor. It was about as long as my finger, and this is actually the head part. It kind of looked like a flower, like an ocean flower, and it would open up and just collect little pieces of food or whatever it ate. So yeah, so this is definitely, if this ain't an ancestor, I don't know what is. So yeah, so this is, a 200+ million year old ancestor, and I just think it's really awesome that I have a few pieces of this to keep on my altar for that. This is actually a piece of black tourmaline that someone in my department gave it to me for protection. She's also a little witchy. So I might keep that down here on my working altar and maybe give it back, because I don't know if she wants it back. And then over here, I'm pretty sure this is either I almost said a fawk, a hawk or an owl feather. And I got this in Georgia. It was laying on the ground outside of our apartment down in Georgia not last summer, but the summer before. And I'm pretty sure it's an owl feather because there was an owl that was kind of hanging out in that area. So this goes on my altar. Here I have my big old sage stick and the little bowl it lives in, with just some dried rose petals. And the last part of my altar is this. This is actually something I made. I knit this. Ooh, let me show it to you. I don't know if I should turn the camera or not, but it's basically kind of a table runner, and it goes, you know, along the length of my altar, and it's this nice purplish color, because purple to me is a spiritual color. So, that is the tour of the stuff that I keep on my spiritual altar. So, thanks for watching. Blessed be. Bye.